Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. The leader of the self-declared Republic of Nagorno-Karabakh has said it will cease to exist in the new year. Samvel Sharamanyan announced that he had signed an order dissolving all state institutions from the 1st of January. The region, which had been controlled by Armenians for 3 decades, was seized by Azerbaijan last week. More than half of its majority ethnic Armenian population have now fled, according to officials. Mr. Sharamanyan said the decision to dissolve the state was based on the priority of ensuring the physical security and vital interests of the people. Funerals have taken place for some of the 100-plus people who died in a fire at a wedding in Iraq. Thousands mourned alongside dozens of coffins at ceremonies after the tragedy in Nineveh province. The Iraqi civil defense say the fire was caused by fireworks which were set off inside the hall as the bride and groom danced. The use of highly flammable building material inside the venue acted as a propellant. Security forces arrested 10 of the venue's staff, its owner, and 3 people involved with the fireworks on Wednesday. The US soldier Travis King has arrived back in the US after being expelled from North Korea following his 2-month detention. He was shown on video disembarking from a plane in San Antonio in Texas at about 1:30 a.m. Eastern Time. The 23-year-old reconnaissance specialist illegally crossed into North Korea from South Korea in July. Before arriving home, Private King was transferred into US custody in China and then flown to a US military base. He was detained by Pyongyang until being returned to American custody. India has imposed a curfew in the capital and some areas of its restive state in Manipur after scores of students were injured in violence following protests against the alleged abduction and murder of 2 students. More than 80 students were injured in clashes, a police official said, adding that the situation was extremely tense after armed mobs vandalized a local office of the ruling political party and hurled petrol bombs at 2 police sites. Ethnic violence has plunged the northeastern state bordering Myanmar into what many security experts describe as an intense civil war fought over land, jobs and political clout between its 2 largest local groups. Taiwan has unveiled its first domestically made submarine as it bolsters its defences against a possible Chinese attack. President Tsai Ing-wen presided over the launch ceremony in the port city of Kaohsiung. US officials have warned that China could be militarily capable of mounting an invasion within the next few years. Taiwan is a self-governing island which China regards as a renegade province and has vowed to reclaim one day. Shares in the crisis-hit Chinese property giant Evergrande have been suspended in Hong Kong amid reports its chairman has been placed under police surveillance. It follows reports earlier this week that other current and former executives had also been detained. Thursday's market statement did not give a reason for the trading halt, but it marks another low for the heavily indebted property giant, which defaulted in 2021, triggering China's current real estate market crisis. In August, the firm filed for bankruptcy in New York in a bid to protect its US assets as it worked on a multi-billion-dollar deal with creditors. The actor Sir Michael Gambon has died in hospital aged 82. He was best known for playing Professor Albus Dumbledore in 6 of the 8 Harry Potter films. Sir Michael worked in TV, film, theatre and radio over his 5-decade career and won 4 BAFTA awards. And footage has gone viral after a tornado ripped through the city of Fujian in eastern China, sending debris flying through the air. Objects and material could be seen spiralling in a vortex as onlookers filmed. 1 death and 3 injuries were reported. The latest incident in weeks of destructive and deadly weather spurred authorities to call for vigilance against strong winds in coastal areas near the Yellow Sea off Jiangsu. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.